Imagine you're checking your wallet. Not for money. You know there's a single dollar bill in there. You're about to spend it on a coffee. But something makes you stop. You pull it out. You look at the serial number. And you freeze. Because that $1 bill in your hand, the one you are about to hand to a barista, is worth more than your entire annual salary. This is not a hypothetical. In 2014, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing made a mistake that created $6.4 million bills that should not exist. Bills with duplicate serial numbers, identical twins, printed in 2 different cities, now scattered across the world. And some of them, the ones people actually checked, sold for thousands of dollars. Here is the question. If one of those bills is sitting in your wallet right now, would you even know? Let me tell you how this happened. The United States Treasury does not make mistakes often. Every dollar bill that leaves the printing press is supposed to be unique. The serial number on a bill is its fingerprint. No 2 bills should ever share the same one. But sometime in 2014, at 2 different facilities, one in Washington, D.C., one in Fort Worth, Texas, something went wrong. The same range of serial numbers was printed twice. 2 separate runs, same numbers, same series, 2013 date, same B, Federal Reserve seal, above the portrait of George Washington. The Bureau caught the error eventually, but not before the bills entered circulation. Think about what that means. For over a decade now, these bills have been changing hands, passed across counters, stuffed into wallets, handed to cashiers, used to buy gum, used to tip servers, used to pay for things worth a fraction of what the bill itself was worth. And almost nobody noticed. Because when you receive a dollar bill, do you read the serial number? Do you check the series date? Do you look at the Federal Reserve seal? Most people don't. Most people never have. And that is exactly what makes this story so dark. Let me give you the numbers, the actual numbers from real auctions. In March of 2024, a matched pair of these duplicate serial number bills sold at a Stack's Bowers auction for $2,340. $2,340 for 2 $1 bills. That is a 117,000% return on cash. But it gets better. Another matching pair sold at the same auction house in 2021 for $7,200. $7,200 for 2 pieces of paper with a face value of $1 each. And here's the detail that should make your stomach turn. The project tracking these bills, called Project 2013B, has only matched a little over 100 pairs. There are 6.4 million of these bills in circulation. Over 100 found, millions still out there. Somewhere, right now, someone is using one of these bills to buy a lottery ticket, not knowing that the dollar they just handed over is worth more than the jackpot they're chasing. That is not irony. That is a confession of how little attention we pay to what is already in our hands. So here is what you need to do. Right now, after this video, go get your wallet, pull out every dollar bill you have, check for 3 things. Number 1, the series date. It must read Series 2013. It is located right next to George Washington's portrait. If it says anything else, 2009, 2017, 2017A, it is not one of the error bills. Number 2, the Federal Reserve seal. Above the serial number, there is a letter inside a circular seal. It must be a B, not an A, not a C, not a D, B. That tells you the bill came from the right Federal Reserve District. Number 3, the serial number itself. It must end with a star symbol. what collectors call a star note. Star notes are replacement bills. The Treasury prints them when original bills are damaged during production, and the serial number must fall within one of two specific ranges, shown on screen now. If your bill has all three, Series 2013, B seal, star note in the right range, you are holding one of the 6.4 million error bills. Now, here is the critical part. One bill by itself is worth slightly more than face value. Maybe $10, maybe $20, depending on condition. The real value comes from finding the match, the twin. The other bill with the exact same serial number, printed in the other city. That is when a $1 bill becomes a $1,000 asset. And there is a database for that. Project 2013B. People all over the world are uploading their serial numbers, trying to find their match. Over 100 pairs have been connected already. Your bill could match one that someone in Texas, or California, or Germany is holding right now. But here is the part of the story most people will skip, the part about why this actually matters beyond the money. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing did not hide this error. The information has been public for years. News outlets covered it. Collectors built databases for it. The instructions for checking are free, simple, and take less than 2 minutes. And yet, out of the 6.4 million bills in circulation, barely over 100 matches have been made. The bottleneck is not complexity. The bottleneck is attention. Most people do not look. Most people never look. They are so busy trying to earn more money that they never stop to check the money they already have. Does that sound familiar? How many people spend 40 hours a week working for a paycheck and 0 minutes a year checking whether the assets they already own are worth more than they think? How many people chase new investments, new side hustles, new income streams, while ignoring the wallet in their pocket? This is not a story about dollar bills. It is a story about attention, about what you are overlooking right now, about the value hiding in plain sight because you never stop to look at what is actually in front of you. Money is a tool. It's not an identity. But a tool you don't examine is a tool you don't understand. And a tool you don't understand will always be worth less to you than it should be. Here is what separates the person who finds the $7,200 bill from the person who spends it on coffee. It is not luck. Both people had the bill in their hands. Both people had access to the same information. Both people could have checked. The difference is that one person stopped. One person looked. In a world designed to keep your attention on the next thing, the next purchase, the next opportunity, the next crisis, the simple act of stopping and looking at what you already have becomes a form of power. The person who checks their wallet tonight is not just looking for a misprinted dollar bill. They are practicing a skill. The skill of paying attention to what matters, of auditing what is already in their possession before chasing what is not. That skill, applied consistently, is worth far more than any single rare bill. Because here is the darker truth. Most people spend their entire lives chasing more money, more status, more things. And they never stop to examine what they already have, the skills they never monetized, the connections they never leveraged, the opportunities they walked past because they were looking at their phone. The misprinted dollar bill is just the most literal version of this mistake. So here is the question. When was the last time you stopped and looked at what you already have? Not just your wallet, your life, your skills, your assets, your time. What is hiding in plain sight, valuable, overlooked, unexamined because you never stopped to check? If you found this video before you found the bill, you are already ahead. Now go look. Subscribe to Money Fails. Real stories, real mistakes, real lessons. Because the dollar bill in your pocket might be worth a fortune. But the attention you just learned to pay, that is worth more than any misprint. See you in the next one.